Hey people, waiting on some people to arrive, and I'm going to start the state of the game stream. Gives us a chance to watch it and discuss what's being said in it. Yeah, Drifter, I haven't seen it yet. Literally only just got up. I had a long night last night. Hey Chris, what's up? I'm just going to wait for some people to turn up, and then I'm going to start the stream. Hopefully it's not lagging out. YouTube gaming as well. Hey Boom Shadow. We're starting in just a couple of minutes. Do you mean in general, Boom Shadow, or the PTS? Let's just refresh the stream chat. Andre, what's up? As far as I know, it's October the 8th, but if you're home from hospital, good stuff. Hope you're alright. As far as I'm aware, it's October the 8th, but if you watch the stream, hopefully they'll tell us exact date. Aaron, what's up? Hello, hello. Oh, you sprained your wrist, okay. Alright, I'm going to start it playing. There's a few of you here now. Hi, Mutaz. I'm not going to be talking while they're talking, while it's live. Wait, and can talk about it afterwards.
I'm going to start talking a couple of seconds before, because otherwise the mic, which is so sensitive, is going to pick up the rustling from my clothes. So, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, welcome to State of the Game for, again, I forgot which date it is. It's the 28th of September 2017. My name is Peter. I actually have one of these. There we go, in case you haven't seen it before. But yeah, this is going to be a relatively quick one. I have a lot of stuff to go through, but it's still, we're going to keep this fairly short. First of all, as you might have noticed, there was no maintenance today. There will be one, probably on Monday, to fix a couple of things, just so you know ahead of time. But to get into the PTS talk, which I know a lot of you have been waiting for. So first of all, PTS Phase 2 on PC, we're aiming to release that next week, hopefully as soon as possible. The console PTS, though, we're aiming to release that the week after. So we'll have more information as soon as possible.
No way.
I know there have been some weird rumors floating around about the PTS opening today or next week. There was October 3rd was mentioned, for example, in one thread. That's not true. We'll keep you updated. Don't trust anything until we tell you otherwise. Also, the invites for the console PTS, they have not been sent out yet. Again, that's one of those things. We'll tell you when they're out. Don't trust anyone else before we tell you officially that it's been done. We have no end date for the PTS right now. We know that the PTS Phase 2 and the global event might collide, but the PTS will be running longer than that. It's just one of those time things. We kind of have to do it now. It's a bit annoying, but it sadly is what it is. But you guys will get to test the PTS also after the global event has stopped. So just so you know, we are aware of the bad timings. One thing I thought I'd mention as well, we talked about this on one of the gameplay streams earlier this week, and I've seen it making the rounds, but I just wanted to officially state it, that the healing, or no healing, while aiming down sights is a bug. In the future, you won't be able to heal while shooting your gun, but the ADS thing is a bug. Just so you know, so we got that clear. Hopefully it will be fixed PTS 2. I don't have confirmation 100% on that yet, but just so you know and are aware. I just want to also say one thing. I'm going to point at the camera and somebody's going to make fun of me for doing that again. Remember, please keep in mind that the PTS is a testing environment. Like, none of this is actually finished yet. It's under active development. Things might change from phase to phase, and things might change from the PTS ending until the PTS or the live servers go live with update 1.8. So please keep your feedback as constructive as possible. Don't rage about the changes, because nothing is 100% confirmed or finished yet. So we'll keep tuning, we'll keep listening to feedback, but please keep it constructive as much as possible, and it'll be easier for everyone, and yeah, everybody will be much more happy. So a couple of changes coming in PTS 2. First of all, I should also mention that, the console PTS will start with phase 2. There won't be a phase 1 for that. So it will start with the same phase as the PC PTS starts next week. But there's a couple of changes. First of all, Underground and Resistance will open up for PTS 2. So you'll be able to test those to your heart content. I saw a couple of comments in the chat earlier. The Alejandro, it will be tuned, and it most definitely will be slightly, its damage will be slightly increased, or oh my god, decreased, yes you know. There will also be some changes to the classified gear, and we'll continue to tune the movement changes. I know we talked about this with Keith and Terry. Mistakes were made, and the movement changes currently on live. We're not supposed to go live as like that. But we'll keep tuning it on the PTS, and you guys get to test it and say what you think about it. We will
okay, we'll talk in a minute.
You are able to get DTEC right now from various caches, but we will, for PTS 2, be introducing what we internally right now call the cache. I just love that term a bit too much, just like the optimization station. That will be added to the PTS so you can swim in DTEC and try out the optimization station as much as possible. Yes, I got to say it again. I'm really happy. There's a bunch of known issues on PTS 2. We'll update those on the forums. If you haven't checked and you're testing out the PTS, there is a known issues thread which will keep updated and changed. But there's a couple of known issues, like enemies actually will follow you into resistance if you have them aggroed in the open world. It's one of those fun little issues. And some of the Side Pier alerts, for example, for the elimination alerts and stuff like that, will still be turned off. But most of them will be turned on by now. So moving on from the PTS, that's all I have to say about the PTS right now, is, again, the Global Event 2 Assault will start on Tuesday. There will be new masks. I've seen a couple of pictures float around with those masks on. And the new classified gears, such as Striker, Sentry, and Reclaimer, will be introduced as well, just like they were in.
I knew it was going to be Sentry, Striker, and Reclaimer.
As you know, hopefully by now, masks
that was 1.7.
no longer connected to leaderboards. We heard you guys. It's now connected to commendations instead. So check that out. Various commendations will reward different masks. Instead, the leaderboards will reward classified caches. So the leaderboards are still around. You can still challenge yourself and your friends and everybody else, but they will now reward classified caches. We are also making one change, which will make it in hopefully as soon as possible, is that we're changing the loot table for the Dark Zone to include all exotics instead of just a select few. So that will go live as soon as possible, and we'll keep you updated when that's in. And we also have, just to round things up, and I said this would be a fast one, we will have a couple of special events during October, for example, for Halloween. So we'll keep track of social media. We'll, of course, keep you updated when those are happening, and get yourself some extra loot. I know this has been a fast one. I'm going to throw a quick glance at chat. Oh, yeah. I see it being mentioned now, the patch notes for PTS 1 should be up today on the forums. Keep in mind, though, that these patches are under construction still. It's a slight work in progress. We'll be keeping them updated and add new stuff and clarify some stuff over the next couple of days. And then, of course, for the PTS 2, we'll have the global patch note changed and also specific for PTS 2. So that's coming as well. Let's throw another look at... Yeah, the Alpha 6Bs and the Tactician 6Bs right now, they don't have their talents on the PTS. Hopefully, they will arrive soon. Let's see. Give us the yams. I can't say that. Sorry. Striker, Reclaimer, and Sentry will be on global events too, starting Tuesday. Anything else?
Reclaimer is overpowered.
I'm gonna leave it there. I have been going
6
at
piece,
this
very
for
overpowered.
7 minutes. I know that it was a quick one. Still, there's a lot of information in this one. I have a big list. I don't even have one of those division cards for it because it's so long, so it wouldn't fit. So those are the news for today. As I said, PTS 2, we're aiming for next week for PC. PTS for console the week after that. And
only 2 weeks late.
For console have not gone out yet. Keep track of our social media and our streams and stuff to find out more when they're actually arriving. Don't trust anyone besides us, always. All right, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it for State of the Game. 8 minutes now. Hope you guys have a continued great day, and we'll see you very soon again.
Yeah, wonderful day, mate. Patsy, you've just ruined it.
See you guys soon. Day, and we'll see you very soon again. Mouse. See you guys soon.
Yeah, well, Petra has just ruined my game completely. My day, I should say. Just completely and utter ruined my day. So there you go. So the console PTS that was due out on Tuesday the 26th of September isn't going to be out until what looks like, let me see, next week. It's probably going to be around the 10th of October, something like that. They haven't given us a firm date yet, but it looks like it's going to be around the 10th of October. No, I know Reclaimer's OP, Mutaz. I was using it in the 1.7 PTS. It's very OP. Along with Striker as well. Striker obviously was in the 1.7 PTS. That's very OP as well. Even though they've nerfed it, it's still OP. Sentry's Call is nice and OP in PvE, but the hold on, the main talent, the last talent on it doesn't work in PvP, because in 1.7 PTS the talent was shoot an enemy in the head. You can mark them with your sentry as per usual, but after a third shot to the head, I think the marks start spreading to other nearby enemies. So but that's only in PvE, not in PvP. It doesn't work if you're fighting human players. So it's a very cool thing if the marks are spreading to other enemies in PvE. If you're doing missions or something, I think it's enemies within 10 meters or something the marks can spread to, so that they're then taking extra damage from headshots as well. So if you're fighting in a team in a mission, incredibly useful, but as I say, it doesn't work in PvP. Reclaimer is exceptionally overpowered, heals up really, really fast. Yeah, I'd probably have a look. I'm sub to Marco. And Striker, as everyone knows, was ridiculously overpowered. I went into Madison Field Hospital with the Striker gear on and aggroed up the first bunch of enemies in the auditorium and shot the first lot and built up my healing stack, and then I just stood there in the auditorium while all the rest of the enemies came in, and stood there and let them shoot me, and they didn't even take my health down, not one fraction of a knot. They kept shooting me, but I just kept healing and healing and healing and healing, and they couldn't damage me. So I know they've nerfed Striker, so we'll have to see what that's like when it comes. So there you go. One thing I did like the sound of is that we're getting special events for Halloween. Maybe we're going to get to kill hunters dressed as Jason from Halloween. Jason Voorhees. Or something like that. Who knows? That could be fun. But yeah, we're not going to get the PTS until probably around October the 10th by the looks of it on console, which I think is taking the piss. They just always put us on the back burner, don't they? It's like console players, although we're probably the largest section of their player base, just get put back constantly. Now I know they've got extra issues with putting updates past Microsoft and stuff like that, but not for the PTS. The PTS is a very easy thing for them to put out like that. They don't have to put tons and tons of stuff past Microsoft for launching the PTS. It is a test server. There are expected to be bugs and problems with it, and Microsoft will give them some leeway with that. I don't know how PlayStation works on that, but there you go. So, what did you guys think? No news about the RPM glitch, Dr. Luke, apart from what they said last time, which is it's broken and they're not going to fix it. Yeah, because at the moment, Moose says, it seems like the only thing is that dropping in there seems to be the bloody Midas. I mean, I have exotics drop regularly in the DZ at the moment, and it's supposed to be any named boss has the same chance of dropping any exotic. And they said they fixed that in 1.7 when they launched it. The classified sets, yeah, it's going to be Reclaimer, Sentry and Striker. Those are the other three sets that were in the 1.7 PTS. Alongside the ones we've already got. Final Measure. You know, the ones we've already got. Final Measure, Deadeye and Lone Star were the first three, and then it was Sentry's Call, Reclaimer and Striker. They were all in the 1.7 PTS, so I knew they were going to be coming. Yeah, so it is Midas's. Well, personally, I think that's a rather depressing state of the game. Again, they've dropped on us, they've left it on us, all the console players, the largest section of their player base, and they've just dumped on. Rather annoying, but there we go. What can we do about it? We just got to wait, see what happens. They'll probably put it back again, yeah, and we'll be getting the PTS Phase 2, so it's worth paying attention that we won't get Phase 1. If you've been looking at the PTS on PC, seeing what Phase 1 is, we won't get that. We're going to get Phase 2, but on the plus side, when it goes live, we will have Underground, and we will have the, what's it called? Can't remember the name of it. The Camp Clinton stuff, where you're going out into the new area, and you've got all the dynamic spawning. Whatever that's called, I've forgotten the name for it. That will be properly live for us when the console PTS goes up. Well, I don't know about worst devs ever, but not great, is it? They do try and support the community, but they screw it up a lot. No, you have to have all classified gear pieces.
Donation received.
Oh, who was that? Ben, what's up, Ben? Hello. Thank you very much, fella. How's Australia today? Let me flick over to this. There you go, there's Ben Jane's name up at the top right of the screen. He's a good man. Support streamers, I believe he's a good fella for that. He seems a very nice bloke anyway, from Australia. I guess it's night time for you now, Ben. What is it, 9 hours later? It's 4:45 here. 16:45 must be 11, what, 1:45 in the morning for you? You're up late, mate. Yeah, also be aware that classifieds don't work with Ninja Bike Backpack. Well, they're not supposed to work with Ninja Bike Backpack. They seemed to be working with it when I first started using the Ninja Bike, but I'm not sure that they fixed that. But yeah, you're supposed to have classified gear piece. Yeah, the shady mask. Oh, it's nearly 12. Okay. Right, Ben. Well, the major announcements were console PTS is not coming. Well, PC PTS Phase 2 is coming next week. They're expecting to drop Phase 2 of the PC PTS next week. Console PTS is not coming until probably, they've not said definitely, they said probably the week after. So we're looking probably around about October the 10th or something like that before October the 8th to October the 15th, somewhere between those dates, and we're going to get the console. Which, considering it was supposed to come on the 26th of September, I think is pretty slack. The gear sets were as I expected. They're the same as were in the 1.7 PTS. In 1.7 PTS we had Lone Star, Final Measure and Deadeye, but we also had Sentry's Call, Reclaimer and Striker, and the ones we're going to get are Sentry's Call, Reclaimer and Striker, the global event that starts on October the 3rd. Now that is still starting October the 3rd. When we get the console PTS, it's going to be the Phase 2 PTS, which is going to be going live on PC next week. It'll be Phase 2 going live on PC, and we're going to get Phase 2, not Phase 1, when it comes out for console. I've no idea, Drifter. I don't really play Last Stand. I've only ever played a few games. I'd have to go and have a look. My main character. I can go and have a butcher's, but it's not very much. This doesn't work 4th and below. Hey, Mr. Ghost, what's up? You know what? Those sniper builds are useful. I mean, I don't use my I don't use Deadeye when I go and use my sniper rifle. I just use my general Hexo build that I use, and I go into the DZ. If I run into a group of 4 that are camping up, say like DZ3 Northwest checkpoint, right, the 1v1 spot, I've had a group of 4 camping up there before, up by the truck up the road, waiting for me to come out over and over again and kill me on my own. They've just come out, sat in a tower and sniped all of them. And you know what? Fuck them. If you were in the last PTS, Aaron, you're automatically in this one. You don't have to be invited. If you weren't in the last PTS, you'll have to wait for an invite. There will be an application process, but I'm not sure that's live yet, and the PTS invites have definitely not been sent out yet. Let me have a look at the survival score for you. Well, my survival score is still up. It hasn't glitched. 37,182. Let me check the Last Stand thing though. There you go. I've only played 5 games of Last Stand. Mine is 14,200. Well, now listen guys, one thing I will say about this, right? If the console PTS is not going to go out until somewhere between about the 8th and 15th of October, then their supposed launch date of the 8th of October for the PTS to go live, for 1.8 to go live for everyone is not going to be happening. So you're going to have to expect that 1.8 is not going to come for quite a while yet for the general population. I can't see that coming till at least the end of October. Yeah, you've already got it, Face Shot. Same as me, I've already got it. And Aaron, you'll need to keep an eye on the Ubisoft forums, I think it is. If you go to the Ubisoft forums, just type in Division forums, sorry. And, excuse my chest. Type in Division forums on Google and go to that site and have a look for information on the PTS application. Once you get on there, search for 1.8 PTS application, because there's supposed to be an application procedure that's going on, and you will find the latest information on it on there. Yeah, considering I've only played a few games, I could probably do a lot better with score on it. But I don't really like it that much. You know what I mean? I'd rather play Dark Zone than that.
Let's talk.
Don't say stuff like that, Paco. You're not going to kill yourself. Who's bullying you anyway? Exotics and the DZ. Well, at the moment the DZ only seems to be dropping Midases, doesn't it? Oh, and Hungry Hogs. I've had so many Midases drop in the DZ recently, and they were supposed to fix with 1.7. When they dropped 1.7 update, they were supposed to fix it so that any named boss anywhere in the game had the same chance of dropping any of the exotics, but it appears they got it wrong and it didn't work. They messed it up, right? So when you go in the Dark Zone, all that you ever seem to get is Midases and sometimes Hungry Hogs, occasionally other things, right? When you should actually have the same chance of getting any exotic. Well, they're saying they're going to fix that, and it's going to come out the 3rd of October, I think it is. They're fixing it so that, no, 2nd of October, there's a server maintenance going on, which is Monday, and they're going to fix it so that any exotic has the same chance of dropping in the DZ as any other. So you're able to get MDRs, Barretts, whatever from the Dark Zone named bosses, supposedly. Let's wait and see what happens, though. I can never trust what they say, to be honest. Hey, Madhouse, how are you? No, I'm not going in survival. I'm actually going to end this stream now, fellas, because State of the Game is over. If you want to watch it, if you didn't see it, you want to watch it, just rewind the stream and watch. I missed the live stream of it. I was still sleeping. I only just got up a little while ago. I had a long night last night. I'll be back on with a little bit of the Division in about 15 minutes. I just need to go and set up an alternative stream, one that doesn't say State of the Game. Grab myself another cup of coffee and have a ciggy. You're still to get the Ninja Bike. Well, you'll be able to get that out of DZ after October the 2nd, right, on name bosses. Paco, you need to talk to some people, mate. You need to talk to staff, talk to your family, talk to staff. And if you can, summon up the courage to find out whoever's the ringleader, doesn't matter how tough he is, whoever's the ringleader. Now, I shouldn't recommend this, but whoever's the ringleader, what I did in school, when I got bullied in school, right, when I was a kid, I pretty soon got fed up with it. I just moved away from where I lived and moved into a new area when I was 10 years old, right? And when I was just about 11, I started getting some serious bullying at school. And within a couple of weeks of this starting, well, within less than a couple of weeks of this starting, I got sick to the back teeth with it. I had enough of it. And I went for the ringleader. The guy that was at the forefront and getting all his cronies to support him when he came picking on me. I went for him big style, right? And I hurt him. And I got in a lot of trouble for it. So I'm not recommending it's the right thing to do. But he didn't come after me again because he was afraid to. Because he knew that I was going to fight back. I fight back hard, and I did. Alright, but if you're not up for that, and if you don't think that's the right thing, you should talk to your family, and you should get them to talk to the school. Your family should talk to your school and make sure that this person gets singled out and properly penalised for what he's doing. Because it's the person that's leading the group. Bullies are nothing without their cronies surrounding them, right? Bullies always need to have a bunch of people around them because they're basically cowards. That's why they pick on the weak. Bullies always pick on someone that they feel they're able to pick on and get away with it.
Your attention, please. Please do not engage in snowball fights near checkpoints as they may distract the guards.
So that's probably what you've got to do.
Are restricted to the designated play areas.
Right, you need to talk to your family, Paco.
Thank you for your cooperation.
You've got to take it further, mate. You've got to make it more serious. Tell your family exactly how it's making you feel, and tell your head teacher exactly how it's making you feel. The fact that you feel like you want to do that to yourself. Alright fellas, listen, I've got to stop this. I've got to stop this stream. I'll be back on in about 15 minutes, like I said. So thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll be back on dead soon. Let's hope they drop the PTS when they say they're going to drop it for us and not put it off even further. Yeah, exactly, FaZe, because let's face it, it's a criminal offence what's going on. If they've broken your phone, that's criminal damage for a start. If they've hurt you, then that's some sort of bodily harm charge. And you can prosecute them, you know. How old are you, Paco? I think you're old enough that you can prosecute them for doing it yourselves. We'll see. I'm going to see what I'm going to do when I get back on in a minute, Mark. I need to go and wake myself up a bit more with coffee. Alright, I'll be back soon.